Hi YouTube, long time no see. I apologize for it being so long since I posted a video, but here's an update. Number one, the reason why I haven't posted any videos lately is because I am in school, albeit online, but I am in school and I'm taking several classes and I feel like a full-time student again. Number two, with my hair, I am 80% sure that I'm going to comb out my locks. I know some of you say, no, what are you doing? But here's the reasons why I'm considering combing out my locks. Number one, I wish I would have made my locks thicker. And the solution most of you are probably mentioning is, well, why don't you just combine them? Well, I don't like the look of two-headed dragons. I have one in here somewhere. And then I could just twist the locks together and then go on from there. But I just decided I don't want that. Perhaps in the future, when I do a new set of locks, I'll start them thicker. Because I want my locks to be consistent from root to tip. Also, a big factor that's making me consider taking out my locks is I am graying. Now, I like brown locks and I like gray locks. But when your hair is graying, and especially with locks, because as it grows, like this hair, let's say 4 years from now, this hair will be down to my waist. But the hair that's closest to my scalp will have more white in it, more gray. So it'll be, I guess, an ombre gray effect, but not in a cool way. And I've seen it on other people, and I don't like it. And my intention is to not permanently color my hair. I do want to try a couple rinses, but I don't want to color my hair because my hair grows fast, and I know I would get sick of having to color it every few weeks because I'll have so much new growth. And even though I actually like gray in and of itself, but for those of you who are opposed to gray, I think the one thing that's worse than gray hair is growing out your gray hair, the gray roots. Oh, every time I see that, it's just awful. Urgh! And I don't want to be guilty of that. So yes, the graying process, which you probably can't see it, and I'm not recording this in high definition on purpose, but I have a little bit of hair up here. Wait, now I'm looking at the screen instead of at the lens. A little bit of hair up here, some on either side, and a little bit throughout. Right now it's inconsequential, but I'm thinking about the future and how graying goes in my family. And considering that I got my first couple gray strands in my late 20s, and it's really coming in, and looking at one side of my family who tends to gray early, I think I inherited that gene. So I'm just getting ready. This process is probably going to take place fairly quickly. Also, I miss my loose natural hair. Who would have thought that? Me, the main one who would complain about how long it would take to detangle it and comb it out. But I've been missing it. My husband misses it. He doesn't say too much about it. But every so often he'll see a picture of someone whose hair is styled similar to the way I used to do mine, or someone with the big hair. And then he would then express how much he misses my big hair. Now, of course, the challenge for me is now I have a toddler. Now, before, I was complaining about doing my hair with no babies. I mean, my stepdaughter, well, she's old enough to take care of herself as far as the day-to-day needs are. And now with adding a toddler to the mix, I don't know how that's going to work. But there are plenty of women, millions of women with children who still manage to take care of their hair. So if they can do it, I can do it. And I'll just find a way. So far, what I've done is I've just taken loose the end of one lock. Let's put that up to the lens right there. Wet it, put a lot of conditioner on it, cheap conditioner, picked it out. This one was easy to get started with because some time ago I had trimmed the ends of a few locks because in the back the ends were looking kind of crazy, like a gang sign or something. So I decided to trim a few of the locks, and this is one that was trimmed. So I did that, worked on it. Of course, it took a long time, and I only did a few inches. and then I stopped there because I need to do something else. But that got me to thinking, most people, if I'm wrong, please correct me or send me a link. But the videos that I've seen and the information that I've read, everyone, you start with this lock, you comb it out, you work it out, and you pick it out and comb it out. And it takes 30 minutes, an hour, however long it does take to do one lock. And I'm thinking, okay, I have upwards of 200 locks. And I know when you get started in a process like this, at some point, I might feel like I'm going a little bit crazy. I'll still continue the process, but there'll be a point where I just want to sit in the middle of the floor and sob and cry. I probably won't sob and cry, but I'll feel like doing that. So I'm thinking, okay, well, how can I do this process that I know is tedious, that I know will take a long time, and maintain my sanity? So I think the approach I'm going to take is, step one, trim all my locks. Because I think I want to keep a decent amount of length. The advantage of cutting your locks off is you don't have to detangle it at all. Or if you cut up the length of your lock, you'll have less hair to comb out. So as I get into the process, I'll decide what to do with that. But even still, I will probably cut about 1 inch or 2 off of all of my locks. Then next step is I'll comb out the ends of all of my locks, so they'll all look like this. And then each time I decide to work through my hair, I'll go further up the shaft, twist it again, and eventually I'll have a head full of loose hair. I'll probably have to go through it and trim it. And there are some people who express, what's the word I want to use, apprehension about trimming your own hair. So if you feel like you need to go to someone else to do it, do it. But I'm very comfortable with my hair, so I'm going to trim my own hair and do something with it. And then I'll have this huge lion's mane, and it probably won't be too long before I start complaining about that. But as of now, I think that's the decision I'm going to make, that I'm going to stick to. So those of you who are watching my lock journey and gaining inspiration, I thank you for watching, and I encourage you to continue to watch my channel for any of you who decide to comb out your locks. Oh, you know what? This video really needs to be edited, but I am going to keep going because I want to upload this directly from my phone because I have homework and I have things to do on the computer, and the last thing I want to do is fool with another video. Okay, so let's push forward. As the saying goes, a woman has a right to change her mind, and there's women who change their hair color all the time, and those who grow their hair out and cut it off, and grow it out and cut it off. And so with me, this is the second time I've gotten rid of a set of locks, and it's entirely possible that I will lock my hair again, although I do believe that I will probably be 50 to 75% gray when I start over again because of the reasons I mentioned earlier in the video. That graduated gray look, I don't like that. Okay, there were some other points I wanted to mention. Let's see if I can recall any of them. Number one, I'm glad I called my channel Splendid Tresses instead of, I don't know, The Locked Queen or something like that, because then that would be sort of an issue to continue making videos where the title of the channel doesn't relate to the content. So my tresses will still be splendid because I've always loved my hair. There's moments when I'm frustrated and don't want to be bothered and don't do anything to it. But overall, I do love my hair and I do feel it is splendid. And I hope you feel the same way about your hair too. Alright, so until next time, I've started on one lock. I have several more to go. And I will probably check in from time to time to show you my progress. Thank you to all of my new subscribers, especially those of you who subscribed within these last few weeks when I did not make any more videos. Thank you so much. I hope you continue watching and enjoy this nice day.